Step inside the Vatican City, home to the Bishop of Rome, also known as the Pope. The vast grandeur of the Vatican is awe-inspiring, filled with thousands of years of history. From art alone, it's hard to imagine a more inspiring workplace. But what happens when the seat of the papacy becomes vacant? How does the Vatican select a successor? Well, let's talk about how. The conclave is a meeting of cardinals called together to elect the Pope. It takes place within the confines of Vatican City, specifically in the Sistine Chapel, which is located at the end of the first corridor after passing through the main door. The chapel was built between 1473 and 1481 by Pope Sixtus IV, hence the name. Its interior is adorned with frescoes painted by masters like Botticelli, Ghirlandaio, Perugino, Roman, and Michelangelo. Today, however, we remember the chapel most for Michelangelo's masterpiece on the ceiling, completed in 1512, a depiction of the creation of Adam. The conclave is held here because it's the traditional site of papal elections ever since Alexander V in 1492. The chapel is also where the modern system of voting was established by Paul IV in 1497. The current papacy began in 2013 when Jorge Mario Bergoglio of Argentina became Pope Francis. He took on the papal name Francis to honor Saint Francis of Assisi, who dedicated his life to helping the poor and sick. Since becoming Pope, he's visited 5 continents, meeting with leaders and encouraging believers. He's also been an advocate for environmental protection. The Catholic Church doesn't have a line of succession. Instead, the cardinals, the Church's highest-ranking clergy, meet up to vote on who should be the next pope when the time comes. In simple terms, a conclave is a closed-door meeting where only the cardinals can enter and exit until a new pope is elected. The word conclave comes from the Latin term meaning with key, indicating that the cardinals are literally locked inside until they select a new pope. Here's a deeper look into this secretive process. Why is a conclave necessary? The Catholic Church has existed for over 2,000 years, and during that time, there needed to be a way to select a successor whenever a pope died, resigned, or was removed from office. The method used today, the conclave, was developed over many years. At first, the Emperor of Rome chose the Bishop of Rome, but as the power of emperors declined, so did that of their bishops. For several centuries, popes were elected by the College of Cardinals, a group of high-ranking clergy members who advise the pope. Today, there are 220 living cardinals worldwide, 80 of whom are under the age of 80 and eligible to vote for a new pope. The number of voters is limited to ensure that a wide range of viewpoints isn't drowned out by those with more political clout. How does a conclave work? The process starts with the death or resignation of a pope. While the Church enters a period of mourning, the governing authority temporarily passes to the College of Cardinals. In the event of a pope's death, a special committee called the Camerlengo takes charge. The Camerlengo oversees funeral arrangements and manages the Church's affairs until a new pope is elected. The cardinals then prepare for the conclave, traveling from around the world to congregate in Rome. They're required to maintain strict secrecy regarding the discussions within the conclave. As soon as they arrive, they swear an oath of secrecy. This is a binding promise to protect the confidentiality of everything discussed during the conclave. Once all the cardinals are in place, the official work of the conclave begins. They assemble in the Sistine Chapel twice a day, morning and afternoon, to engage in prayer, reflection, and discussion. During these sessions, they exchange views on the qualities needed in the next pope and the potential candidates. The cardinals don't campaign for votes or actively seek to become pope. Instead, they debate the ideal qualities for the Church's leader and then vote on who best embodies those qualities. The actual voting process involves writing the name of their chosen candidate on a piece of paper. Once the ballot is cast, the cardinal approaches the altar, drops the paper in a chalice, and utters the words "Eligio in summum pontificem," which translates to "I elect as supreme pontiff." After each cardinal casts their vote, the ballots are collected and counted. To be elected pope, a candidate must receive a 2/3 majority of the votes. If no candidate achieves this majority, multiple rounds of voting are conducted. During the voting process, total secrecy is maintained. This ensures that every cardinal feels comfortable voicing their opinion without fear of reprisal. If a cardinal wishes to propose a particular candidate, they can do so during these meetings. However, they don't endorse themselves. The ultimate decision rests with the individual cardinal, considering all the qualities and discussions during their deliberations. While the voting process is happening, people wait outside the Sistine Chapel for announcements. A chimney has been installed on the chapel's roof to allow smoke signals to be visible to those gathered in St. Peter's Square below. Black smoke indicates that no candidate has achieved the necessary majority, while white smoke signifies the election of a new pope. Once a candidate receives the required majority, they become the new pope. The elected cardinal, now pope, is informed of his selection and given time to reflect on the responsibility. Before accepting, he chooses a papal name, signifying his new identity as pope. How long does it take to elect a pope? The duration of a conclave varies. In recent times, the process has often concluded within a few days, but it can extend to several weeks. The 1978 conclave that elected Pope John Paul II was exceptionally quick, ending in just 2 days. However, the conclave of 1268 lasted for 3 years, making it the longest in history. During a conclave, cardinals live in the Vatican and follow a strict schedule. They attend daily masses, participate in discussions, and engage in individual prayer. Meals are taken in silence to encourage reflection. No alcohol is consumed, and televisions, phones, and internet access are prohibited, ensuring the cardinals remain focused solely on electing the next pope. Following the conclusion of the conclave, the newly elected pope presides over his first public mass in St. Peter's Square. This marks the official beginning of his papacy, and he typically chooses a name that reflects his priorities for his leadership. The new pope is responsible for appointing new cardinals, who in turn help him govern the Catholic Church. In the event that a cardinal commits a serious offense, the pope may hold an extraordinary consistory to remove them from office. However, if a cardinal commits a less serious offense, they can only be removed by a 2/3 vote of the College of Cardinals. Once the cardinals complete their duty, they return to their previous roles, continuing to advise and assist the Pope. The role of technology in the conclave. Technology plays a significant role in the modern conclave. The chimney on the Sistine Chapel's roof was installed in 1870 to keep crowds informed. Before this innovation, news of a new pope would spread slowly and often inaccurately. The chimney allows for an immediate visual confirmation of important developments during the conclave. Additionally, microphones and cameras are discreetly placed within the chapel to broadcast proceedings to a select few observers. Overall, technology enhances the transparency and efficiency of the conclave, ensuring that those eagerly awaiting news of a new pope receive it promptly and reliably. Now, as we wrap up this video, we want to know your thoughts. Did you find the process of electing a pope interesting? What surprised you the most about the conclave? And are you curious about any other aspects of the Vatican or the Catholic Church? Please feel free to share your comments below. We value your engagement and look forward to hearing your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on our upcoming videos. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the heart of the Catholic faith. Until next time, may your day be filled with faith and wonder.